BASH&Slash.com presentation. Welcome to BASH.
Hey guys, this is Jock, and I've got with me Sanity. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. We're gonna get right to it. Saw you talking about this a little while ago. Something appeared on the Tech9 forums. It was written by a Dutch gamer called BASH-R. That's pretty ironic, I thought. Anyway, he showed a couple of screenshots that were actually kind of interesting. This one here shows a picture of, looks like an SMGer standing in front of the A house on MP Crash, and it's got smoke in front of it. Well, it looks like smoke, but it looks a lot different. It looks like almost you can see through it. What's up with that? What's going on in this picture?
Apparently, after reading around it, I found out it's actually a feature in the nVidia drivers called Ambient Occlusion.
Ambient Occlusion.
Ambient Occlusion came out right after the 180 drivers, which were a while ago, and it was a feature to make the games look more realistic with the shades. But the only problem is it backfired in Call of Duty 4 with the smoke. So instead of
interesting, and so that's why you can sort of, the backfiring comes about because you can almost like see right through it. You can see things in the smoke, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it happens, but it seems like that it puts shadows on the objects in the smoke, whether it be a person, the dumpster, the grass, allowing you to see their outline, and again allowing you to see them.
So if you're a competitive player and somebody's throwing smoke, they're hiding, because that's why you throw smoke, so that you can mask your own moves. Obviously, you can see right through it. It kind of defeats the purpose of throwing smoke. So this is, I guess, a glitch, I suppose, or a cheat.
More of a snafu than a
snafu.
Glitch.
Very, very well said. Now let's go back to this. The first time I'd heard about this, it was with the nVidia GeForce 185.65, I think, drivers. Now, I've got an 8800 nVidia. Doesn't work for me. There is a workaround for the 8800s to actually get ambient occlusion, but from what I've read, you have to have, what, 9 series or higher?
Yeah. I mean, it's a simple fact of just modding a single one file. It being used for the smoke, you don't really need it. Right.
And it's a huge hit, I guess, on FPS as well, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I usually run 500 to 400 FPS with my settings uncapped, and then when I turned it on, I dropped down to about 130, 150.
Wow. So, some people are reporting, what, like almost half, I think, half of your FPS is shot because of that particular NVIDIA feature, I guess, to make the game look a little bit better. But, so to make it sort of worthwhile, I think you have to have at least 250 FPS before you try to turn the ambient occlusion on. Well, this is certainly a bit of a damper for the competitive guys. Yet another thing to worry about. Worry about somebody having ambient occlusion on and actually being able to see you in smoke. Is there anything that the tournaments are doing to try to catch people using this at all?
I mean, like before this, they used to do taking a screenshot in front of smoke before every match, which would work for this. But the only problem is it's a simple thing which you can literally turn on in 5 seconds. So take the screenshot, bang, turn it on, and now they can see through smoke.
There are sort of anti-cheat systems out there. I think it's called X-Ray, and there's the Punk Buster. You can take your screenshots. What if you get a screenshot? What if Punk Buster takes a screenshot while you're playing? I mean, won't you see this effect? Will people see it?
Yeah, you can see the effect easily. I mean, Punk Buster is definitely going to show it. X-Ray will show it. The only problem is it's legal technically.
Technically legal, unless the tournament says, hey, no use of ambient occlusion in game, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not using a second program to alter it. It's not modifying the game files at all. It's just a simple feature turned on and off.
Right, but against the spirit of competitive gaming, so I guess that sort of counts somewhere in there. I was earlier this afternoon talking to Triv from Sweden, one of the folks involved with ProMod Live V2, and essentially he was saying that that they've investigated it. I mean, they've been trying to mod the thing out. They've been trying to mod it out of the game, but he says he can't fix it using a mod. He's saying that he's going to have to leave it up to IW or to Punkbuster to fix it. But one interesting thing was that he was saying that the ambient occlusion is stored in the Windows registry for each game, so that scanning the registry should actually be able to do the trick if Punkbuster was allowed to actually to get through and into the registry to scan for it.
Yeah, if Punkbuster is allowed to do that, they would be able to see it and turn it on or off. The problem is people are going to argue that it's technically 100% legit, no cheats, no nothing. So they could have it on, but for leagues, they would probably have to add it into their anti-cheats to turn it off.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, just another thing to worry about. A lot of things to worry about from Punkbuster. I mean, they just recently produced a huge update of their anti-cheat client. Speaking of Punkbuster, adding yet another process. I think you were telling me about this. Another process to Punkbuster. There was a Punkbuster A and a B, and now we have a
K.
A K, yeah.
When it first came out, I was doing a virus scan. And it actually got caught by my virus scan, and that's the first time I saw it.
So antivirus scans are actually picking this up as what, like a Trojan or something?
Yeah, the way it's coded, the scanners detect it as a virus. And, I mean, I saw pictures of Norton picking it up, Avira, Avast, all of them picking it up. And it's not picking up anymore, which makes me think that either Punkbuster told the companies, oops, that's ours, or the Punkbuster changed it so it wouldn't seem like a virus to the antivirus.
So that's the last irony of the day. Here's a cheat which isn't a cheat, and yet Punkbuster, which is anti-cheat, is really a cheat. So there you go. Thank you very much for coming on, Sanity. Really appreciate it.
No problem.